Let me just sell you on what could very well be anime of the season, and if not, it's gonna be a contender, which is Yaiba Samurai Legend, which is an older manga series, ran from like 88 to 93 or something like that, or in that area, and there was an anime that came out in like the early 90s, it might have even been 93. It's from the creator of Detective Conan, and the staff behind this iteration worked on Mob Psycho 100, like some key staff member. And to be honest with the action in this show, you're gonna immediately feel Mob Psycho 100 vibes with how the lines and the lighting and everything just converge into one explosive visual feast. But the biggest thing that surprised me, ignoring the insane production, which I will be shocked if I'm like, okay, yeah, like there's a couple of shows coming out that might fight be a contender, but as someone who likes that more expressive style, something like a Mob Psycho, I think this is going to be my favorite. I love the characters top to bottom. I did not think I would enjoy Yaiba as a character. Just at face value, this type of character design, I was like, he's going to be an annoying little shit. No, he's fantastic. They nailed this show top to bottom. And I don't think I would change a singular thing in this episode. The music was great, the characters were great. It's funny as hell. And the fact that Yaiba's dad is just such a go with the flow guy that can steal this man's beer and just say, "We live here now, boss." And Yaiba's like, "That works for me." Created such an entertaining first episode that I'm dying to see the next 50. And we ain't even getting the next 50, but they best make them because that's how much I like this show. Of course, you want to support my work, see my full thoughts on this Yaiba greatness. We got Patreon, full and cut live reactions over there exclusively. So I walked in thinking it was gonna be a fun action show. Like, that's like my base expectations walking into this. And they quickly delivered. You start the episode off with a bunch of giant gorillas jumping a child, and he beats the living shit out of them. You have a giant tiger and an adult watching in the background, and like, okay, why is his dad training him like this? But hey, you know what? It's all fine. And then they get trapped in a crate of bananas and end up in Japan. But it's fine, because one of the dad's rivals is at the airport, and he's like, "Hey, boss, we're just going to tag along with him. Hey, Yaiba, here's your new home." And just the absolute vibe of it, and how, like, someone who grew up in the jungle, only surrounded by his dad and, animals, his dad being the bit of a drunken playboy that he is, taught him maybe not the best things about women, but he explained what a woman is, so every time he sees them, he like climbs all over. But they surprisingly avoided too grabby of a character in the way that like it was too sexually exploitive, which you often see from stories around this time. They actually struck a really nice balance. Like an example would be when he meets three of her classmates, right? So she's like going to school or the dojo, wherever the hell she's going. And like these three girls are like, "Oh my god, he's so cute. Like, where'd you find him?" And he's just like, "Oh my god, girls." And he's just like climbing all over them and they're just loving it. Like that scene could have, like a few tweaks could have made it a lot more cringy and outdated. But I think it just struck that nice balance, if you ask me, and I really found it funny. They introduced like a lot of like setup and plot points that are going to be relevant going forward in the show, like his rival as an example, who most likely will also be a kind of sensei mentorship. So there's this like character who looks like he could have been pulled from Dragon Ball, and I love that. Like bald Mr. Clean kind of character design. He was doing relatively well all throughout the episode. Nothing was really truly pushing Yaiba back. And then this man obliterates him, really. And he's like, "You know what? Bet." And as they say, the lifelong rivalry began right there. And I think that's great because you need a character who's gonna, make Yaiba work for it, who is going to slowly over the course of the show maybe give in a bit because he's like, okay, he got a bit more, he got closer to a strike, whatever it is. You introduce that kind of like flirtatious, kind of funny dynamic with the girl, and then the dad stuff is just really fun. Like the cast top to bottom left me really happy and satisfied, and I think one of the things that I'm really surprised by in a positive way, because I didn't really dig into the show too much, but I love how many animals and stuff are on screen. He has a tiger, the whole gimmick of the tiger, the fact that it tried to eat Yaiba, but then like it failed because he was like fishing or whatever and accidentally hit him, and then he started drowning, so Yaiba saved him, and he's like, "Oh, okay, bet." And Yaiba's under the belief that he was trying to save him, even though clearly the tiger was trying to eat him, and he's like, "I'm just gonna go with the lie because that works for me." You had the bird, you have all these insane looking animals that are just like, It's as if you gave steroids to a bunch of wildlife creatures and then that's the jungle they were in, and that's really funny to me. If there's one criticism, that old lady. Personality's fine. She's gonna be a cranky old snob, I'm sure, but it's her character design. She simultaneously looks like Donkey Kong's face mixed with a bird and an alien merged into one abomination. My immediate thought when I saw her was, how did her mother push her out? I hope she had a C-section. Because Jesus Christ, I have seen some questionable character models, but that has to be one of the most god-awful, god-ugly characters I've ever seen. Now, I'm not saying that as it's bad, like it ruins the show, but it's just like, it's a bad-looking character. Like, she's butt-ass ugly. She's horrible. And every time she's on screen, I'm like, what happened to Donkey Kong's face? Why did they do that to her? But otherwise, I liked looking at everything in this show. The backgrounds were great. The animation was stellar. Like, literally, even if you didn't know some of the people who worked on Mob Psycho worked on this show, the intro 2 minutes or whatever, when they're fighting on a 5-6-headed dragon thing, the lighting, the movement, it reminds... Like, there was, I think it was both seasons 2 and season 3 of Mob Psycho. I'm pretty sure they started off with, like, a big flashy, like, you know, mob fighting, like Shadow Mob or whatever the hell it was. Either way, like, it gives me that vibe. And I really enjoyed this. Like, from a pure monkey brain standpoint, this shit's fun. It's action-oriented, and those who are just looking for insane action should vibe with this. But legitimately, it's a fun cast of characters. I think the story will be fun to follow, and they showed me quite a bit. And all the setup and the slower and the what they're trying to make funny, it actually clicked with me. And a lot of times with these older series, I haven't been vibing with the humor as much, but I like other aspects. But it's almost like with the art direction, you took something like a Ranma meets Ranking of Kings, merged that into one with like a Mob Psycho 100 animation production. And despite the characters and everything being a lot older and feeling in terms of how they're written, it feels perfect for me. I really enjoy it, and I'm dying to see where they take this show. I mean, the season's still young. There's still some shows I'm really anticipating, but this is without a doubt going to be in running for anime of the season. Unless something crashes and burns in such an unexpected way, I doubt my opinion will change. And while there's a couple other shows that I'm really keeping my eye on, haven't aired yet, but still, I feel like I will be shocked if this isn't in the, at the very least, a top 3 of the season when it's all said and done, but I'm not going to be surprised if I say top 1 either. You let me know your thoughts and feelings, whether if you're a fan of the original anime and manga, or if you're fresh into the series like me, what did you think of Yaiba Samurai Legend? Do let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got him, Thomas, Chris Balu, Sam the Ace, Kevin Cav, Hody Nobert, McCartney, and we also have Wendy. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You'll have a good one.